In today's news, Fallout 76 map expands, Metallica appears in Fortnite Festival, and we have a release date for Visions of Mana. What's up, YouTube? Faceless Samurai here with the daily news. Sorry couldn't make it here yesterday. Was quite busy with housework. Unfortunately, we have quite a lot to cover today, as this is still an ongoing thing with the Summer Game Fest. A lot of the companies still have ongoing treatment or ongoing news for their games and showcases. And there's quite a lot happening in the Xbox world this week. First of all, Xbox June update is out with quite a few things for the console. Like, first of all, even more background options, so you can personalize your desktop or your Xbox backgrounds on your main screen however you want. There's more choices. You also have the possibility now to add more than one Wi-Fi network, which is something that was asked quite a lot in the past. So you can memorize up to 10 different Wi-Fi networks now. So for those people who like to move their Xboxes around, this is quite useful. You can now manage your subscriptions right from your console, so you don't have to go on the Microsoft website to do so. New firmware update for the controller, and a update to the PC experience. So now there's a better way to navigate the Game Pass sub menu, and it is available now for all players. And Xbox Cloud Gaming news, there's also a keyboard and mouse update now available for everyone. That was in beta for a few weeks now. So check it out if you enjoy that cloud gaming and you would like to play some games like Sea of Thieves, for example, or Minecraft with a keyboard. Although I'm not even sure if Minecraft is available on cloud now that I think about it, but at least for other games that support it. As you can see in the picture, there's Valheim, Quake 2, Mountain Blade. So yeah, those games are now available to play with mouse and keyboard over the cloud. And Fallout 76 news today is the release of the Skyline Valley expansion, the first expansion for the map since the game was released. And at the same time, we have the season 17, I believe, that has started just today, which is Skyline Valley, of course. That goes with the name of the map expansion. And you have all the details on the official Fallout website. In today's news as well, Palworld has now been introduced into the preview update. So we now have the possibility to play Palworld's upcoming patch, and you can try out dedicated servers now on Xbox finally, which is something that was available on PC actually since the release. And you now have the possibility to do so on Xbox as well. We also had Ara History Untold, which has had its podcast shown today. So the showcase for the Microsoft, the Xbox showcase that happened Sunday, they had like podcasts specific to a few games all week long. We already had Avowed, and we had Metal Gear Solid, and then today they had Ara History Untold as well as Age of Mythology. So you can check those out on the official Xbox podcast on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple, or even Spotify. And on the website, they also announced that the Era is coming on September 24th. So that's day one in Game Pass PC. And as you can see here, the deep dive today that covers both Era and Age of Mythology is available in audio and video format as well. Obviously, I highly recommend you go for the video format. And there's the Xbox Newswire if you would like to read up on all the details for both of those games. Limited Run Games has announced that they will have their own conference on June 20th, which you can watch on both Twitch and YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Obviously, if you're one of those people who really enjoys their physical games, this is one to look out. There aren't that many Xbox games getting released in physical format anymore, but they do support Xbox Game and Limited Run Games. So check it out if you're hopeful for anything coming out soon that you might want physical. And Fortnite news, Metallica has two things. First of all, they're taking the stage in Fortnite Festival Season 4. So this season, which is starting, I believe, tomorrow, will have the Festival Pass, which is separate from the main Battle Pass. This is 1,600 V-Bucks, I believe. And you have quests to do, obviously, just for the festival game mode. And you can unlock all 4 members of the band. and this festival season, as well as a bunch of songs and cosmetics as well. So check it out if you're into Metallica. Plus, they're gonna have their own concert and Fortnite Saturday, June 22nd, as well as June 23rd. Three different times each day, so make sure you don't miss it. This is pretty going to be one to remember. And unfortunate news today, GamesIndustry.biz is reporting that Sumo Group is reducing their staff by up to 15%. So that's 250 employees at risk, as well as a studio, I believe, in Canada that has been completely shut down. That had 2 games in development. So this is a studio that does a lot of work. They were acquired by Tencent Game, but they do a lot of games for different companies. They've, example, Crackdown 3 for Microsoft was developed by them. I know the Sonic Adventure, but the Sonic racing games, they were developed by them as well for Sega. So lots of work, even some PlayStation stuff. Sackboy, I think, game was developed by them. So it's quite unfortunate to hear, but this is unfortunately what's going on with the industry right now. Lots of cuts left and right, and we should expect even more probably this year as this keeps going, unfortunately. Geoff Keighley has obviously confirmed the return of Summer Game Fest for next year, June 2025 in Los Angeles for the next Summer Game Fest, including play days from IM8bit and the live stream showcase event that fans can attend. Obviously, this is now replacing E3 pretty much, so expected to come back every year. So this is no surprise. It's always nice to know, however, that this is obviously an ongoing thing. Elden Ring has reached 25 million players, so this is quite an achievement for this game. We don't have the split on how many copies sold for each platform, but this is still quite an impressive feat. Nonetheless, and I'm quite happy myself having played the game and with the expansion on its way this month. This is quite nice to hear. One detail there is on Xbox, apparently around 80% of Xbox users haven't had the completion rate like far enough in the game to be able to play the expansion, because you have 2 specific bosses, which I don't remember the names for, that you need to beat in order to be able to play the DLC content. So if you're one of those players, I suggest that you go back to the game and try to complete it as soon as possible so you can play the expansion in the upcoming weeks. Hip Hop Gamer had an interview with Xbox's Phil Spencer, in which he talks about like the first games he liked to play, what he plays right now, hip hop artists he would like to see come back, and he talks about cloud gaming. And apparently, according to Phil, he says in the last year, or year over year, I should say, cloud gaming is up 50% for them. Obviously, we don't have the base numbers. We don't know how much that actually is. Could be quite small if the numbers were already small to begin with. But nonetheless, growth is growth, and it's always good to hear that they're doing well and that they're still seeing more and more people jump in. And to finish it off today, Visions of Mana had its trailer finally released. We now know of the release date, which was shown in the release date trailer, obviously.
That day, I accepted my fate and left my village.
I believe if we go forward, it's in August. Yes, August 29th, 2024. It's going to be available for PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Unfortunately, no Xbox One version, which has been the case for quite a few games recently. If you've seen, like, for example, Street Fighter 6 was available on PS4, but not on Xbox One. So they're only supporting the next-gen console for Microsoft, but they're also on Windows and Steam. And this is interesting because this game is a Play Anywhere title, so you have the dual entitlement. If you buy the Xbox version or the Windows Store version and vice versa, you get the other version for free. That's included with the game purchase. So that makes it maybe more interesting for a few people that would like to play on both platforms to get that version of the game. I know several people mentioned that when those games are Play Anywhere, it's often a sign that it's going to be on Game Pass. But for now, we don't know that the game is coming on Game Pass. We just know it's going to be for sale on August 29th. And if you want to get the physical version, know that there is a collector's edition available on the Square Enix store. It's $200. And it includes a soundtrack of the game. It includes on several discs, actually, if you look at it here. It includes art book, Art of Mana, as well as the cute little plushie here, and obviously physical version of the game. And it looks like it's coming in quite a big box. So this is quite a nice package. It's a bit expensive, and also there's a bunch of extra songs in the game that you get by getting the collector edition, which you also get with the digital collector edition, and some extra character skins, I think, or accoutrements. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you might want just to go for the digital version. But if not, the physical version has quite a lot of nice things with it, and it's not often that we see Square Enix titles coming on Xbox. So it might be a new trend. But if you're a big Mana fan and you're happy to see a big Mana budget game coming out on the Xbox console, then make sure to support it by getting either editions of the game. And that's all I had for you today. So quite a lot of things covering different things, both hardware, software, as well as the Xbox leadership. Hope you guys enjoyed this as usual, and that I'm keeping it fresh for you guys. So come back tomorrow for even more news. And with that, I am out. Cheers.